Now then, here we are, sat in front of the fire, drinking a cup of tea. All safe and sound after being trapped in my tent on a mountain in a complete whiteout snowstorm. It was epic. But the point of the video is just to show the difference you can have from the valley bottom weather to the weather you can experience up on a mountain, and the importance and necessity of carrying the right kit to suit those conditions. Too many people get out of the car, set off walking, and do not have the right kit for their whole adventure, because it is a different world up there. And hopefully this video will show you that. I've had to split the video into two parts because it's pretty long. There's lots of amazing footage from being up on the mountains in the snow and everything, but also the second video is going to show the escape from the mountain. So hopefully you'll enjoy that one too, coming out soon. Anyway, take care out there, guys. Be safe and enjoy this. Well, not too far in, and I've got the backpack cover on, just because we cannot get our kit wet. And look what I've got for Blue. He's got his own backpack cover. What do you say, Blue? Cool that. I bought that in a sale. I found it for £7, which I think was a brilliant bargain, just to keep all his food and bedding dry when we're out on these adventures. Well, we're getting into it now. Bit of snow, dogs on up ahead there, and that's Great End in the background. It's not quite ready for putting crampons on yet, but I do have crampons if I need. Obviously, it's a little bit slippy underfoot, but as long as you take care where you're putting your feet, it's not too bad so far. Anyway, I've got about an hour and 10 minutes of light left, so I'm going to have to find a pitch somewhere. I'm not bothered about pitching in the dark, that don't bother me at all. Oh, I'll tell you what, it's amazing up here. Just below Great End here, we've got a Great Gable and Green Gable in the background there, and it's just white over, just absolutely stunning. What a place to be. Anyway, it's getting a little bit slippy underfoot, I'd say, all this snow. If you can see, it's quite sort of slippy snow, so I'm just going to stick on these little baby crampons just to keep me going. It's just a little bit easier walking when you've got some spikes on your feet. And obviously, you know, you want to sort of take care and you don't want to get injured while you're out here. Dog's absolutely loving this. He's just been sliding down this banking and then going back up and sliding down again, just like a kid would sledging. Anyway, these ones here, simple little spikes on, if you can see that. Heel and forefoot, and that's just enough just to give you a bit of grip on this terrain. Anyway, I'll get these on and we'll crack on. Just show you these. Simple little strap, bit of rubber, a few chains to hold it in place, and then spikes on the bottom. A lot safer having these on anyway. Where's it, Blue? Ready? You ready? Yeah, come here, come on, come on. Good boy. It's a good boy. Get on then. I'll tell you what, having these crampons on makes all the difference. They're only like a mini crampon, but they're absolutely brilliant, lightweight to carry. And will get you out of a lot of dangerous slippy situations on a mountain. Come the snow and bad weather, they're great for this, but if you want to do a bit more extreme stuff and head straight up some of these, you definitely want some bigger, chunkier, gnarlier crampons, but they'll be coming out later in the winter. I'm excited about that. I've got an ice axe on just in case, but currently you don't need it because none of this is frozen. It's just fairly deep snow, but it's not crisping up enough yet. But still a good steadying tool to carry with you just in case. Definitely. Just look at Great Gable and Green Gable in their background there. Just that glow of that orange on it, it's absolutely fantastic. Beautiful. Look at that. Pretty deep. And that is why we have cairns, so we can see where we're going. It's just starting to snow, so I'm just zipping up my side vents on my trousers. It's not like whiteout conditions yet, but it's definitely chucking it down. Luckily it's very dry still, but I'm going to put my jacket on just to make sure I don't get wet and cold. The main thing is keep warm, keep your hands warm. Blue is just loving this. It keeps just running up to me and like sliding and running up again. Well, the weather's sort of closing in a little bit, so I'm going to get my camp set up. I've just found a little dip section here, so hopefully it just keeps a little bit sheltered. But we'll have to dig out some snow first just to find the grass to put the tent in. Pretty awesome, eh? Right, let's pitch a tent just there. Currently dig out enough just to fit the tent in, and you can see it's just covering over already. Blue's just sort of found a little corner just to chill out in and keep out of the wind, but I need to get this tent up definitely because it's pretty wild. It's so deep I'm having to go to get peg in. Well, I've got the tent up. It was quite an ordeal, but have a look at this. I had to really dig it in. All the pegs, everything. Look, channels dug just for the guy lines. Already it's filling back in. But it's looking pretty good, is that? Look at that, eh? Well, we are in a fashion. That was hard work. It's by far the hardest setup of a tent I've ever had to do. Normally it's like 10 minutes at maximum to get a tent set up, even in windy conditions. But that, seriously, took about an hour and 10 minutes. Purely because I had to dig out by hand and foot about a ton of snow. I've probably gone down about 1.5 foot just to get down to this sort of grass. And then obviously I've had to chuck that out of the way and then get a tent, the actual footprint laid down, all in the time that snow is refilling because it's blowing in and it's actually snowing out there. Honestly, it's just it's horrendous. But anyway, I finally got it in. Obviously all the pegs I've had to dig down for each peg to find somewhere to actually put it in, and to be honest it's going to take some digging back out again because this is just going to fill over. It won't surprise me if I'm sort of half covered in the morning, but we will see. It does keep sort of coming in and shooting a bit of that hard stuff at us. Anyway, this is the Fjallraven Abisko Lite 2 tent. It is a new tent to me, but it is second hand. It's making some sort of like whistling noise. It's making itself present. But yeah, I bought this second hand purely because obviously my other tent's died. It's not died, it just not been resuscitated yet, so I'll do that at some point. But this is a tent I've always sort of wanted. It's pretty expensive, hence why I bought it second hand. And the good thing about it is I've got double poles for it. So I've actually put double poles in tonight, purely because tonight's, it might be windy up here, but tomorrow night it's going to be worse. And now I'm pitched, I am in. That is me for 2 days for definite. I'm not going to move this tent. I'm in, comfortable, you know, just need to sort of sort my bits out and then make some food and relax. And the best thing about tonight is I brought my iPad and I've saved a load of stuff on it, so I can chill out, watch some films and just dig in for the night. Yeah, it's pretty wild. We love it though, don't we? Don't we, Blue? We love it. What's your answer? It's pretty wild out there, to be fair. So snug in here though, looks like very nice, honestly. So I'm going to make myself a cup of tea. I feel a bit dehydrated, to be honest. I didn't drink anything on the way up, and obviously it's quite hard work sweating and digging out all this snow, so definitely need a drink. So a cup of tea, but I'm going to conserve a bit of water, so I'm going to pack my cooking pot with snow and then add some of my water to that. And then just boil that up, just to sort of because you know, to be fair, I don't know how long I'm going to be here, do I? Could be here for like weeks surviving out, so I just need to sort of think a bit carefully, that's all. Hey, I'm definitely thirsty because just boiling that snow up there, it's making me just, you know, when you crave things, it's like, honestly, I cannot actually wait just to have that drink. So the good thing is about doing that, there's plenty of water there, so I'll be able to have a cup of tea, and I'll be able to give Blue some as well. He can have a drink of water as well. So so water sort of melted enough. I can't speak, eh? I have to do it intermittently. Water's melted enough to pour some out for Blue, so I did that. So he's got some in this pot, and now I'm just going to make a cup of tea with the rest of it. And anything that is left will hang on, there's grass in it. Oh, a few blades of grass in there as well. But yeah, anything that is left I'll put back in my bottle, that's all. Ready for tomorrow. So there we have it, our mountain cup of tea. And if you look here, all the moisture that's condensing now is just absolutely frozen on the outside of this tent. And also, if you can see, it's sort of just bending in over there. That's just the weight of the snow on the outside. So I keep having to give it a smack back just to keep the snow back. It's this, isn't it? It is this. Yes. So I just thought I'd show you this. The wind's obviously coming against this side here, so it's blowing the snow up against it. But if you look down here, this here is just a solid shelf of, look at the height of that, of snow all the way along there. So I need to really keep patting that back out again. So yeah, overnight's going to be fun. It's probably going to be absolutely covered as this tent. Well, hopefully it will be okay though. Double poled, and obviously I'll be able to tell if it's got a weight on the top, because I'll be able to push that off again. But cool stuff, eh? There he is, look. It's totally comfortable and happy in here. I've got actually his baby bag and foil blanket, and I've got, actually, look at this. Let's see if I can dig this out. So this, just like a Aldi special or something, little sort of a fur cover, so I could always put that on him as well, but I don't really think he needs it, but it's there just in case. Hey Blue? Good lad. I made the silly mistake of opening the door and just all that just fell in. Just shows you how much there is out there. Let's just have a quick look, eh? Let's get my head torch on a high beam. Let's have a quick look, eh? Wow. So yeah, it's pretty much one extreme or the other. It's either just complete silence, not a breath of air, or it just comes in and absolutely batters his tent for a minute or two, and then back to silence. So it's going to be one of those nights of struggling to sleep, I think, but Blue's already been sleeping a bit. I've just totally relaxed and chilled out. There's actually quite a lot of condensation in here, to be honest, and the reason is the snow has blocked all the venting at the bottom, because basically pretty much these tents just allow airflow underneath the skirt at the bottom, and there's snow, what are we up to now, 1.5 foot high on that side, so obviously that's totally blocked it, and the other side's blocked as well, so there's just nowhere for air to get through. And obviously the vent at the end, that's completely shut off with snow as well. I can't open it because the snow would just come in, I think. So yeah, condensation, and you know, it happens anyway because there's two of us in here. The dog's actually been panting, believe it or not. He's been too warm, so he's just tried to cool himself down a bit. So, but he's totally relaxed now, and we are gonna get ourselves to sleep, I think. Have a look at him. There he is. Just sort of shows the difference between the weather on the lower levels compared to what you can actually get up here. You know, down there, I mean, it may snow tonight, but I can't see that it's going to be like this. So you know, this is where it's just like so many people make that mistake. They end up just coming up into the mountains just wearing bloody flip-flops and jeans or something like that, and then don't realise how bad it can actually get. And if you get caught out on a mountain without the right gear, it can get very dangerous very quickly. So definitely worth carrying the right kit with you, and absolutely a decent set of boots and waterproofs with you on pretty much every occasion in the mountains. I've packed well for this, but I definitely feel that I should have brought my snow shovel. Digging in this tent was a complete nightmare. Just trying to do it by hand and by my feet. Honestly, I've probably moved about a ton of snow to get you know, the actual tent in place, and actually down on the ground where it's grassy and soily to put a peg in. So having a snow shovel would have made my life a hell of a lot easier. And to be honest, I didn't actually think I would need it today, but you know, it's one of those things you've just got to overpack to make sure that you've got everything for all scenarios. So anyway, I am gonna lay this lug Yeah, okay then, that's it. We'll see you in the morning. Take care. Morning, flowers. Well, what a night. I slept solidly for 7.5 hours. So it's been, it has definitely been fairly wild. It's been pretty much like this all night. Just on and off with snow and, well, hail more so I would say. But look at this. This shadow here, that is the height of the snow outside. So it's about 2.5 foot tall there. Deep, sorry. And then look around here. We've got the door section. That's snow at that point. All this just solid snow all the way down. And obviously, if you look at the door there, you can see this sort of shadow where the snow sits. My boots are nearly covered. All that sort of definitely pressing down a bit. Blue's quite comfortable. So they're just chilling out. And the condensation, like I said last night, is pretty bad when you've got no airflow actually running through the tent. Obviously it allows to have a bit of a warmer tent inside, I guess, because you haven't got the airflow taking the warm air away, but condensation's the problem. Anyway, my plan today was to get out and see what it's like, whether I can actually do another night in this, because obviously the tent, although it's fairly secure because it's actually dug in now, but I need to make sure that it will be able to be a safe environment for us to have another night in, but I will not be able to tell until I get out and have a look at it properly. Also, I was going to get myself up to the top of Esk Pike just for a quick wander, because I'm pretty much at the base of Esk Pike at the minute, you see. So I just thought I'll have a look up there, but again, I cannot tell the conditions until I'm out here to see whether it's safe or not to do that. So we will see, but pretty awesome, quite exciting, and obviously I'm going to get out in a minute and show you what's going on. Say, look at Bluey. What a boy, eh? Good boy. Well, it's 10:30 and I still haven't got out of the tent yet. It's just turned pretty crazy out there, so I had a good look at the mountain weather forecast and the weather forecast, and this is actually now a named storm, being Storm Barra. They've said that on the tops up here, it's got a good chance that it's going to be storm force winds, but quite possibly hurricane force winds. So it's definitely a wild one. I've got no worries about the position of the tent and how the tent's set up. I honestly think because it's got that much snow sort of like set up around it everywhere, that even if I took the guidelines out and all the pegs, it'd still stay in the same position. So it's pretty solid, and even in these winds now, I keep sort of checking, because obviously the main sort of thing is to see if the poles are bending. If we look up here, where the pole set comes through here, there's just no movement whatsoever. And even this far side as well, I'll have to wait for some wind just to show you, but it's exactly the same thing. There's just not any movement in the actual poles at all, so it's very much solid in here, so I'm quite happy and stable. Like I'll show you this end. So the blue section there, it is not even moving, not at all. So I'm glad that I've got double pole set up in it anyway. That's just going to make sure that it's nice and solid. But yeah, warm, comfortable, that's the main thing. And I'm going to have to get outside soon though, just check it out and make sure the tent is in a a good location for it. Not that I'm going to move it, but I mean just that it's bedded in properly and that, you know, we're not going to be in any sort of a danger at all. Anywhere that there's anything touching the outside, it's just freezing. All this ice here. Well, there is no good time for this. I need to get out and just assess the situation. I had a quick peek outside and it is a complete whiteout, so I think navigating up the mountain is not an option. So I just need to make sure that the tent is in a very secure position and it's not going to fail on me. In all honesty, it looks absolutely rock solid, purely because it's got a ton of snow just sat on it, so holding it in place. So I'm ready to go out. I've got everything on ready. Blue's ready to go out. I've got gaiters on, my boots on, waterproofs on. I've got goggles. Obviously, I've got a hood to put up. But we're gonna have to get out in it, eh? Oh dear. It's so nice in here as well, honestly. It's actually really nice in here. Right, first job is I need to get rid of some of this snow. I feel like I'm on Everest, just at Camp 4, just waiting for that opportunity to get out and then get to the summit of Everest. Yep, don't try this at home, kids. Right, let's do it. You ready, Blue? Go on then, Blue, go. Go. Go on. Good lad. Wow, absolute wow. What an incredible snowstorm. Oh. Let's take these babies off. Woo! Oh. My goodness, eh? Oh. Yeah, that is that's pretty damn wild out there. It really is. Oh. Right, I need to get all these boots off, sort everything out, make sure there's no snow in the tent. I don't want any water in here really. Oh. Blue's decided to go on my sleeping mat. Oh dear. So that was important, just to get out and assess the situation outside really. What I don't want to do is be in a position where the tent might fail. So my point was to actually check the tent, just see what's going on. And in all honesty, this thing currently is bomb-proof. It is absolutely encased, like fully cocooned by snow. And by being like that, it just means that it's rock solid. It's actually not going to move anywhere. So no matter what's thrown at it, it can hammer as much as it wants. It is not going to move. So the safety of this tent is very high. The safety level of this tent at the minute, definitely. So I've got no worries whatsoever. I spent about 30 minutes out there, just having a mosey round. I didn't go too far from the tent. Obviously, I kept it in sight at all points, but I just felt I needed to get a bit of movement in my legs and everything. And by doing so, again, it's just assessing the situation. Could I get off the mountain now? Yeah, totally. I feel that even in these conditions I could, but what I would do is it would take too much effort to dig the tent out and pack that away, so there's no chance I'd take the tent. I'd just get off the mountain with all my other kit and get to the safety of my car and everything down there. But with that, I'd just come back in like 3 days and then dig my tent out when I've got a snow shovel and everything as well. So it wouldn't really be an issue, but the safety of being in the tent is tenfold of walking down the mountain. Even though I feel I could definitely do it, it's just not something I would like to attempt in this weather. The storm forecast with the hurricane force winds is set to get to I think about 10-11 o'clock tonight, and then it's going to die down overnight, and then in the morning hopefully it should be fairly calm. So again, I'll assess the situation when I get out. We'll have a look at the tent, see if it's possible to dig it out. If not, I'll pack everything else up and potentially again get down the mountain without the tent. But ideally I want to take my tent with me, of course I do. So we'll see. But if it's quiet enough and I've got the time and the patience to do so, then that's what I'll do. Get myself off the mountain in the morning with all my gear nice and safe. Anyway, I have got my iPad and I am going to now just watch a film or two. I've got to ride this storm out until morning, so quite a long time to be in the tent pretty much, so it's probably more like 36-40 hours, but I've endured worse in my time, absolutely. Definitely the odd relationship. Yeah, this is a walk in the park, it really is. Anyway, loving you all from here. Video this one, isn't it? Just me in a tent really, but anyway, it's about 2:30 in the afternoon and it seems to be sort of brightening up. The wind has dropped slightly. I'm probably getting gusts still of maybe 50-60 miles an hour. So it's actually not too bad. I can actually hear myself think, which is a good thing. But conditions outside, I don't know. Let's have a look. I think it's probably still quite a white out. Let's just undo this zip and see. Oh, it's clearing up a bit. Look at that, it's clearing up. Oh, it's fine out there now. I'll get my speedos on and get out sunbathing. The main issue I've had has been condensation. There's been a hell of a lot in this tent, purely because of the lack of airflow, because the snow's just blocked me in. And obviously 2 of us in here as well, breathing away, panting. But luckily, I've got this bivvy on, and having this bivvy makes all the difference because it's protecting my sleeping bag. So anytime there's any moisture on the top and it shakes a lot, it'll flick off and land on me or on the sleeping bag. So it's a good piece of kit to have, really. And it's only lightweight. I think it weighs like 300 grams or something. And what I've been doing is, periodically, I've just been wiping off above. So just going over the whole lot and then just screwing this thing out outside. And this thing, my mum bought us this about a few months back, and it's just from Aldi or something, but I'll tell you what, it works really well when you've got a lot of moisture. So yeah, just another, what, 17 hours to survive. Then we can get out and take this tent down. The weather has eased a little bit, so I'm going to just have a recce outside again before it gets dark. It's about 3:30, so I've got probably about an hour of light. So I prefer to just sort of get out now, have a bit of exercise with the dog, and then we can get back in, and that's it for the night then. So anyway, it's back to this game, which is kicking all this off. Now it's time to get out, eh? Right, you ready, Blue? Go on then. My turn now. Wow, not as graceful as the dog. Woo! Right, there we go. Blue. It was a good day. Go on then, Blue. No whiteout. It's amazing how beautiful this is. Great end up there. And this side is Esk Pike. And just look, sun's going down. Beautiful. Come on, Bluey. Come on. It's a good boy. Get on. Go on. Get on. cable. Wow, just wow. Go on, Blue, get on. It's really windy on this point here. I'm glad I pitched my tent in a nice dip. And you can see there's no snow on the ground, it's blowing it all away. Yeah, go on. Ready. Oh yeah, I just thought you won't be able to see because of my head torch. Ready? Good lad. Good lad. Well then, get on, Blue. Get on. Well, I'll tell you what, I made the perfect kit choice, I would say. Totally survived, no problem. Obviously I've got one more night to go, but the wind's easing a bit now, so... And there's no snow forecast, I don't think. I might get another tickle overnight, but it won't be much. The only thing I would have brought differently is my shovel, my snow shovel, because that would have just made things a lot easier. So I just made it harder for myself by having to dig everything out by hand. And obviously in the morning it's going to be quite tricky to dig out, I think. But I'm sure I'll manage. The winds will drop quite significantly in the morning, down to only like 6 or 7 miles an hour, I think, which is incredible after the storm we've had, because it's been 80 mile an hour plus, definitely. Oh, I'm really glad I packed gaiters. That's another great thing. Just having my gaiters on. You know, you need gaiters in situations like this for definite. But yeah, absolutely awesome. I'm getting drowned by my top now. Hold on. Just brilliant though, absolutely brilliant. It just shows you though the difference with weather conditions compared to the valley bottoms to up here. You know, you set off, like I say, all happy, and then you end up in a very dangerous situation, stuck on top of a mountain like this. Again, it's all about making sure you got the kit with you. Carry a bag, shove everything in you might need, and extras, always, and extras. Right, it is time now to get back in that tent. Blue's just digging holes in the snow. He's honestly just... This is just where he likes it most, honestly. Out on a mountain, playing in snow. He just honestly is in dreamland. Dreamland. Probably more so than me being here. Oh dear. Right, back to the tent. I'll get back in and then get all this kit off, and that is us for the night. Excellent, eh?
Blue. You done.